Dig deeper into all of this straight ahead at the top of the hour. But now live at 5, we're on your side talking about summer safety for your kids. Tomorrow is the last official day of the school year for Charlotte-Mecklenburg schools, and thousands of parents will be trying to keep their kids out of trouble and out of the doctor's office.
That's for sure. WBTV anchor Alex Giles got several safety tips from a pediatrician for this week's Safety First report.
Classes are done for the summer, and for at least the next couple of months, kids will be soaking up the sun and splashing around to stay cool while they're out of school. Pediatrician Dr. Will Besley sees kids in his office every day and has some key safety tips for parents. He notes that water safety is always top of mind this time of year, and parental supervision is key.
One of my main recommendations to families is not to be distracted when your kids are in the water. We need an adult watching the kids that are in the pool. This means not browsing on your phone or talking to your friend on the phone around the corner or reading your book. Eyes on water, watching the kids is definitely the most safe thing to do.
He says it's also important to monitor horseplay and unsafe behavior at the pool.
I'm seeing a lot of kids being thrown into the pools, as maybe we did sometimes as kids, or diving in when they shouldn't be diving in that area. That is so incredibly harmful.
The doctor also says make sure you're applying sunscreen regularly, and if your kids are out and about in the neighborhood, make sure they're being safe when they're on the move.
I'm seeing way too many children running around without helmets on, and that can absolutely save their life.
Speaking of helmets, plenty of student athletes, like football players, will be participating in summer workouts. Besley says it's important to stay cool while also breaking a sweat.
To monitor for things like making sure we're staying really hydrated, making sure we're wearing like cool, loose-fitting clothing. And if you're starting to feel, fatigued or nauseous or getting headaches or things like that, take a break.
And while summer is a time to relax, the pediatrician says he wants kids to stay active too.
Interacting with friends, staying active outside and keeping up with exercise, and not just sitting inside on the couch all day watching TV.
Reporting for Safety First, Alex Giles, WBTV, on your side.